we gained another talk. And now there's the bit where I have to try and remember who everybody's name is on the 1-minute pictures. And I think that is this Ian lined up first? Yes. If you welcome Ian to the stage, who's going to tell us about Make It Right CIC.
Hello. Make It Right. That's W-R-I-T-E. Make It Right. It's a safe place for aspiring playwrights. Now, it's a very lonely job being a playwright, being a writer of any description. This is a safe space. It is actually a place where you can hear your words coming out of the mouths of real live actors free of charge. Now, you can't do better than that, can you? Because it can change your life to hear what you've written actually expressed. And it might make you rewrite it as well. The thing about this is it's just a group of people who've been there and done that, as well as people who want to get up and do it for themselves. So you've actually got a situation whereby you've got constructive criticism there from people who've been there and done it. You've got a hands-on assistance to edit, cast, and stage your play. That's worth a lot. We've helped a lot of people to do exactly that. And we have our own theatre, which is actually in Rodney Street. It's called The Studio Below. And we are now hosting a load of work for the Fringe that's coming up in October. So look us up on Facebook. Look us up, Make It Right on Facebook, and The Studio Below on Facebook. And you can book yourself some time in the studio below, because the studio below also has a recording suite and photography suite. It's an amazing resource, and it's there for all and everyone. Look us up on Facebook, Make It Right, and The Studio Below. Thank you very much.
Thanks for that. And next we have Roger Hill talking about radio.
That'd be nice. Thank you very much. 15 months ago, the BBC in Merseyside, as BBC Radio Merseyside, had a clear out. And they cleared out a lot of programmes, and they cleared out a lot of presenters to leave a lot of space for shared programmes. I have nothing to say on that subject, except that I was one of the people who got cleared out, and my programme was one of the ones that got cleared out. And that would have meant, after 46 years, the longest running alternative music programme on local radio, in fact, on any radio in this country, would have disappeared without trace. And we didn't particularly want that to happen, and it didn't happen in the end. So that means that if you want to hear what we still do, then on the last Sunday of every month, at 6 o'clock till 8 o'clock, you will be able to hear the broadcast. The programme was then, and still is, called the Popular Music Show, PMS. It's still broadcast, and it's got most of the rest of the team that were there throughout that period working for the BBC. It's still got the huge range from new music you won't even have heard of, all the way through to classics in almost every genre, and local music to boot. It's a resource, a unique resource that's probably been distinguished for a long time. The thing to say is how to get in touch and how to hear about it and how to hear it. Very simply, we moved to a digital station locally based in the Baltic Triangle called Svara. That's S-V-A-R-A, Svara Radio. And they are the people we go to do the broadcasting live on those Sundays. If you wanted to find us on an email, on a website, we are pmsradio.co.uk. And I encourage you to spread the word. If you happen to be a person who doesn't listen on Sunday tea times, find somebody else who does, because we could do with an ever-increasing audience, because we think we're rather good, and I think if you listen, you will agree. Thank you very much.
Thanks for that, Roger. And next up, Paul Barnfather talking about International Repair Day.
Yeah, well, you've given away my punchline. So do you know what's happening on October the 19th? That is International Repair Day, which is a celebration of not throwing things out, but repairing them instead. And to mark this occasion, Chester is getting its very own repair cafe, thanks to Friends of the Earth. So Friends of the Earth have put this together. We are fundraising on spacehive.com, so if you could spare a few quid, we'd very much appreciate it. But even better, if you can come down to Hoole Community Centre in Chester on Saturday the 19th, either as a volunteer or if you need something repairing, do come on down at 11 a.m. Would love to see you there. Thank you very much.
I'll try not to trip myself over. Right, next up is Jackie Pease talking about the Does Liverpool Boost membership.
Hiya. So I have hopefully given most people one of these leaflets anyway. But the reason I'm giving it the hard sell tonight is that the closing date is 11:59 on this Sunday. So Does Liverpool is a makerspace, co-working space and event space just off London Road, so only 10 minutes from Lime Street Station. And we've got a whole load of equipment for a start, you know, like laser cutters, 3D printers, CNC routers, embroidery machine, that sort of stuff. And a whole load of desks and quite good internet as well. So what this gives you is the chance to work from Does Liverpool for 6 months, either with a desk or just having access to the maker part, the workshop part of the place. And it's a draw. So if you think that you would benefit from this and couldn't normally afford it perhaps, then you can apply to this and you've got just as good a chance of getting it as anybody else who applies. So, and so the details are on here, but come and ask me any other questions you've got. And but on the back, I've also put all the free events that we have at Does Liverpool, including we also have a repair cafe there, which is this Sunday. So, thank you.
Thanks, Jackie. And our last 1 minute pitch is from Chris Armitage, who's going to tell us to strike a pose.
So I'd like to take you back to the cold December of 2022. And there's a group of friends looking for basically a way to have a pre-Christmas get-together. But you know what Friday nights are like in December, out in the mean streets of Liverpool city centre, as well as your usual stag and hen do's. You've got all your office parties out for their one big hurrah, behaving disgracefully in every pub and drinking den they can find. So we had the bright idea of all chipping in. So 20 of us put £10 in, and we hired out Quarry, which is a DIY venue just north of the city centre. And we decided to put on our own night. So spoken word, musicians, we have like dance troupes, drag acts, anything really, anyone can perform. And then halfway through, it turns into like a DJ, like a club night, where the dance floor gets sweatier, it gets wilder, etc., all into the small hours of the evening. So because we'd already paid for the venue hire, we didn't really want to charge, we weren't doing it to make money. So what we decided to do was to ask for donations on the door for a group of workers that were on strike. So the first event was for Caseworkers Union, a group of posties that were on strike. And we've got now we're into our 7th event, which is coming up next month on Friday, the 18th of October. So we've raised money for GMB workers who were on strike at the Royal recently over an unpaid COVID payment. I've also raised money for train drivers who were on strike a few years ago. So yeah, everyone's welcome. Quarry, 8 o'clock on Friday, the 18th of October. And also as well, last time on our 6th event, we organised a mass cycle ride to the event for the first time. So we had 70 cyclists with a performance trike, with a pink rabbit, with lights and music. Some would say too much drum and bass. I said not enough drum and bass. But yeah, it's fantastic, a fantastic night, really inclusive. Everyone's welcome, and we've got a great community down here. So yes, you're all welcome. Thank you very much.
Thanks for that, Chris. Let me just do a little tiny bit of mic adjustment.